Here's a very strange item here, which I offer to people without showing them the packaging it comes in, which gives it away, and ask, what is it for? A clue is that there's little holes here in this tube, and there's a sort of yellowish substance inside, which I realise is flexible and squeezable, and it's a sponge. You put this into water, and then now can you guess what it's for? I never could, it was too much. The answer is it's a bass humidifier. By bass, it means one of those giant things you have at the back of an orchestra on stage, which is playing this enormous stringed thing and giving deep, deep, deep notes, a double bass usually. And that's it's made of wood, and it's always a bother for people manufacturing them to keep it in a reasonable condition by making sure that it doesn't get dried out, because the wood cracks. It's not that thick, the wood, so it's sensitive to it, and it needs something like this. When you finish the concert, you put that in it, having put it into water, and it keeps a certain humidity level, and you have a little hygrometer there as well, so the musician can look after it. Very strange item. This is just a cute little thing. All it has, it's got one dice, but it works as a sort of automaton. It's all the way there's a spring in there, and to make it work, you simply pull that back like that. Bit more, bit more, bit more. It's getting a bit tired at the end. I'll pull to oil it, but that's what happens. That's the way you wind it up. You grease it, and then a little bit longer, a little bit more. And this is being jerked, the little bass under that dome is jerking up and down to make the dice randomise and come up with numbers 1 to 6. So that's a very odd thing, isn't it? Here's the extraordinary thing. It's lots and lots of little things like these and those. And it's a dinosaur set. There's lots more, loads of them. And this is another one which I've assembled. It took me about an hour and a half, but it's quite a nice little version of a well-known dinosaur with that wonderful series of little blades or sharp horns all around its neck. And there's about 5 in the series, all with different colours in it. And there's instructions about how to put it together, which is you needed, but it's quite tricky to do. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and that's the end result. I feel very proud about achieving that. There's 2 here which are odd, very, very odd. This doesn't work that well actually, but the idea is it's an inflatable ballpoint pen. How about that? And you use this to blow it up. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, that's the idea. It gets rigid, that bit stiffens, but it doesn't do it very well, I have to say. But the idea of having an inflatable ballpoint pen is very, very, very weird. I'm keeping it just as an oddity, to be honest. There's no way I could use that. So anyway, the ink's probably dried out there. But anyway, it amused me because they should actually bother to make such a bizarre thing. This is from the Exploratory in San Francisco, which I've been to 2 or 3 times. And that's the dome, which is made into an impossible version of it. And then it's got about 10 or so pictures of optical illusions, many, and there's a little leaflet that goes with it to describe what you're looking at, and some of them are quite famous. This one here I've certainly seen before. It's down in Bristol, I think. So there's the information on it, or exploratory, they call it, don't they? It's so you can get it to go. Yes, it's just about there. So it's nice to have one of these flip-flop type things, they call them, with something more interesting than just pictures or something. They're actually very, very interesting and very well thought out optical illusions. Some cards here. This is rather nice. We used to have farthings when I was a young child, this little thing here, and that was the old penny, of course. And it's a penny farthing bicycle, which was invented in Victorian times. And you had to sit up quite high, and difficult to get onto it. You had to have a little ladder or platform to step onto it and then start cycling immediately, otherwise you fall over. So that was a nice card as a souvenir. This was from a series done on the BBC, Walking with Dinosaurs. It's a picture of a particular dinosaurs there. And the nice bit here is they've bothered to put a lenticular here, so when you move this up and down, it then the dinosaur's jaws open or catches something or something. There's a bit of motion to it, and there's a bit of description on it. But it was about, I think there's 6 or 7 in the series, and I've got perhaps 3 of them in my collection. This is just one of those nice origami type folding or unfolding things. It's for tourists, it's a way of looking at London, a map of London, and they both open out together, and you've got features of the 2 very, very popular type things features in central London, Buckingham Palace and the parks and the River Thames here and so on. But very nicely done, and the folds are very comfortable. It's well-made material. I'm very pleased to keep something like that, and I go into London quite often, so it's useful for me as well. The last item is just an extraordinary kite, would you believe? This is a kite. It's one of the kites that's not triangular shaped, it's actually a tube. Maybe people can open it like that, pop. And that will then, with a good wind, fly in the air very nicely and behave just as an ordinary kite does. Not steerable, but, and when you want to pack it up again, you just roll up the string and you twist it. It pops through it and it's done. What an interesting little collection of things. More to come, of course, but it's nice to see the variety here.